Hey everyone, this is Samlock24, and today we're going to be talking about Pokemon Masters and whether you should get it or not. So the short, really quick answer for those of you that are always in a hurry is if you've got a lot of money and time on your hands, then go ahead and pick it up. It's actually free to download, but in order for you to be able to play, you do have to buy things. On the main page, it's really extremely simple. You have Teams, Explore, and Shop. Explore is where you're going to be basically playing most of your games. Shop is where you're going to be purchasing basically everything. Well, the only thing you can purchase right now is these jewels or gems, and then you can also purchase with those gems Sync Pair Scouts. Now, Sync Pair Scouts, what it basically is you have to buy your Pokemon with your Pokemon trainers. I don't really like the fact that that's monetized, because in order for you to get through several missions, you do have to have certain types of Pokemon. And if you're playing the story, they only give you like one of that particular type to go to the next story. And then after that, you do have to have that Pokemon at an extremely high level. Otherwise, you're really not going to be able to move forward in the story. I'm currently in, I believe I'm in stage 9, and I'm having really a ton of difficult. Well, it's really hard is what I'm trying to say, because, well, let me show you what I have. It does require a lot of ice types, and the ice types that I have, I mean, they're decent level, but they're really slow. Let's see, moves and skills. I do have an Abomasnow, which I've got him at level, what is it, level 44, and I also have a what is it, where is he at? Oh, this guy, he's at level 16 though, so it doesn't really count. But anyway, it's really hard for you to go ahead and move forward through the stages if you're not willing to go ahead and just spend a ton of time in your training area. And here, most of the time, you're just going to be on the level up course. If you have like an hour or two, you just go ahead and do the level up course for the specific types that you need for that specific mission. And it does take a lot of time. It's super boring. It's kind of like farming in Duel Links. And if you have the time for it, you level up your Pokemon, and then once you have them at a certain level, it's somewhat easy to go through the missions. But I think that's really it. The Sync trainers, this is how you do it. It's extremely easy. It is quite expensive to go ahead and get Sync Pair Scouts. It does cost 300 gems. Now, I did purchase the $10 sale and then $1 afterwards, because I wanted to get a daily discount really bad. So I ended up just purchasing $1 worth. The Sync Pair Scout, what it is basically you buying your trainers or your Pokemon. I'll go ahead and just show you right quick. So it costs 300 Joes for one, or 3,000 for 10. And this is basically what you go through. You bring it down, and it'll scout and see if you get something. And to get the really good ones, it's only like a 1.1% chance to get it. Most of the time, you're getting your 3-star trainers.
Someday I will be able to soar through
And if you already have that particular trainer that you draw, you just level him up to level 2 for his Sync move, which I guess it's decent. And if you're currently playing it right now, hit this guy. What is it? The Pidgeot. It's currently a promotion. I did spend 3,000 jewels with the 3,000 that I bought, and I did get a copy of him. If you're in, I think he's stage 4 or 6, you do need a Pidgey or a Pidgeot or a Wing type, or yeah, it's a Wind type or a Flying type. And you will need at least one or two. The one they give you maxes out at level 30 unless you unlock the levels, which unlocking the levels is also quite expensive if you don't have the what you need. And this is how you unlock level caps. Currently on this 145, you need 15 and 7 of those red cans. Not sure what you call them, but unlocking. Well, let me go ahead and show you how to unlock a level cap. Let me get someone that's in the near 30s. Let's do this guy. So, well, let's not waste my red cans because I don't have that many. Let's see. This one uses red also. Alright, so on this one I have a ton of them. So in order to unlock them, you go on here. You do need the aid, which is used for learning moves and passive skills and for unlocking sync pair level caps. And all you really have to do is just have a ton of them. You unlock them and then you're able to go ahead and level 55. If you don't do this, then you'll be stuck at level 30. That's the max that they get out of. If you do get lucky and get a high star like level trainer, then they are already up to they're unlocking to, I think it's 45 or 55. I can't remember. But anyway, I did get extremely lucky whenever I did spend those 3,000 jewels. I got this guy, which is really, really good. Whenever you get to those missions where you need rock types, that guy's gonna be just crazy. Let me see. Edit teams. So this is everything that I currently have. I have a Pikachu, I have a Lycanroc, an Obama, a Lucario, the Togedemaru, Onyx is from the from the story. I did evolve my my Piplup into a Prinplup. Now evolving it is actually extremely good. Let me go ahead and show you a clip right quick.
Hey!
Yes.
Here we go!
I'll do it. We won't lose. Yes.
Let's go! Go for it!
Please. Leave it to me.
That's it! Go for it!
Go on.
That's it!
Leave it to me.
Go for it!
Please.
Go for it!
At last. Yes.
All right! Let's go!
Oh my. Is this what you call a downer?
Whoa! All right!
Incredible. I hear you.
Huh? All right! See that, Master? Look how strong I am now! You've gotten even cooler! I'm so happy!
Alright, and that's how you evolve them. It's super easy, super simple. If you have any questions on how to evolve your Pokemon, just let me know in the comment section below and I should be able to help you. And I did get lucky and I did get a Pidgeot. This guy is extremely broken for if you're doing that mission where it requires flying types. If you have him at a decent level, which I have him at level 32, and I didn't need to level him up any further. I just basically one-hits everything. Whenever you do the air cutter, it just KOs everything in one hit, and super broken. You do have to purchase him, and if you do want to get through that mission, I think you have to kind of get the Pidgeot, because the one that the story gives you is a Swanna, and Swanna with Gust isn't really, you can't do much of everything, and it's maxed out at that level 30. I haven't unlocked his levels because I really didn't have a need to. I haven't gotten any more missions where I need flying types. This one from story as well is lacking. I haven't really played with him. There's really no need for normal type Pokemon at the current stage that I'm at, which is stage 9. Oh, this guy playing against Price, it's a huge headache, and you are going to have to grind to be able to go get through Price. This particular seal is just completely OP, especially when you're starting out. It just KOs you like in the very first turn. Well, at least it was KOing me like in the very first turn most of the time. And it's even if you have a Thunder type or the. Okay, and I did have my my Pikachu at level 52 and the Togedemaru at level 36, and I still had a really hard time to get over it. And like I said, the C move is just completely broken. They just, if you can't beat him before he does the C move, then you already lost. This guy too. This guy is decent with a Floatzel. And then the Torkoal, it's a decent Pokemon. I think I need to grind to get this guy to a higher level. I think the next mission is going to require something, or it's going to require me to have a decent fire type. Snivy, I think, I can't remember what level Snivy evolves at, so I am going to be evolving it. I was hoping that Pikachu evolved at level 52, but it didn't give me that mission. I don't really care too much for Pikachu. I'd rather have a Raichu than a Pikachu. Vileplume with Erica. I haven't really used it much. If I need a grass type, I usually use the Rosa. Haven't used Vileplume at all. This guy, well, frick with the Avalugg. I have him really low level. I'm trying to. That's what I'm grinding for right now, is to get this guy at a higher level, because once you get to stage 9, everybody's using dragons, and dragons are weak against ice, so you kind of need the ice. And I've been grinding for almost an hour and a half to try to get the nodes to level everyone up. Then we've got the Pelipper with Winona, which I haven't used. Misty, you only use it for the very first stages. Whitney with Miltank, again, I haven't used it at all. There's really no need for normal monsters or normal Pokemon in any of the stages. Granbull with Mina, again, haven't used it as much. There's really, well, I haven't had a need for it yet. I don't know if there's other stages where you'll need it, but if there is, I've already got it. I would just have to grind for them. And then Sawtooth, Blizzy, I haven't used any of these. Lunatone, Solrock, and then Bronzong, and then Lieutenant Surge. Oh, let me search. Lieutenant Surge with Voltorb. I thought we were going to get a Raichu with Lieutenant Surge, but I guess we just got a Voltorb. And then we got Roxy with Whirlipede, which I haven't used either. I haven't really had any useful poison at all. And then Brawly with Makuhita, which, again, I did get extremely lucky with the Pidgeot. I think that's really the only, well, the Pidgeot and the Lycanroc. If you can get a Pidgeot and a Lycanroc, I think everything's going to be easy as long as you have the time to grind for the level up books, which I don't like how they did that, where you can just go ahead and let's say, for example, if you want to level something up, you level it up. Let's see, what do I want to level up? Let's level up Pidgeot for now. This is what I have. You just click on that, or you use one of that. Let's just do one for now. Confirm, yes, and it goes up. That's basically your experience, which you also gain experience from battling, but I don't really like the whole grinding for these little books. But like I said, overall the game, it's, if you have time to burn, it's kind of fun. And let me show you right quick how you battle. Explore. Let's just do a level up thing, which let's do an easy just to show you how it works. I don't care.
Let us begin. Okay.
So leveling up, extremely easy. All you really have to do, you get to, at the beginning you only get one attack, you have to learn the other ones, and I'll show you how to learn them here in a bit. But all you really have to do is select one of the Pokemon right here. Once you have them selected, you go ahead and launch your attack. You get this little bar down here. This bar, basically, there's a limit to how many moves you can do at a time. Let's say, for example, if I want to do Ice Punch right now, it'll take 2 bars. So I'll do Ice Punch. It'll use up 2 of my bars, and I can keep doing it until my bar goes down to 0. Let's say, for example, when I do Rock Throw, I'll go ahead and do Rock Throw. It only takes 1 bar. I'm gonna take my bar, and I guess it puts a restriction on as to how many times you can attack, which again, it's a really simple attack system, but again, it is kind of fun if you have the time just to learn. And then once you perform, I think it was 9 attacks, you can go ahead and do this the sync move, which it's basically like a Z move from Pokemon, which I guess it's just alright. It's really powerful, especially if you're attacking someone that has a weakness to you. It'll just completely destroy them. And if you're playing against opponents, you kind of want to defeat them before they get their sync move, because most of the time they'll just KO all of your Pokemon at once. So that's the battling thing. Let me show you how to get how to learn a move. And you don't learn moves just by leveling up. You do have to teach them to your Pokemon, which it's another thing I didn't really like. Let's see, teams, moves and skills. Let's go to one of these low-level Pokemon. Let's do this guy. So Poison Jab. In order for you to be able to learn Poison Jab, you have to get these little microphones. I don't know what they're called. Training machines. And depending on the move is how much you'll need. So for this particular one, you need 5. I have 71. I can go ahead and learn it. Learn move using items above. Yes.
Keep it going just like that.
Alright, so you learned a new move, Poison Jab. And then for this one, I think it's on all of them, it's really expensive to go ahead and learn this 4th move, which I don't think I have any Pokemon that have that 4th move. And overall, like I said, the game is fun, and you do have to grind if you have the time, which is one of the things I don't like. I like the battling system. I think this particular battling system is what they should have put in Pokemon Go instead of just the tapping. I think that this particular battling system is way better than the one in Pokemon Go. I have no reason why. Well, I guess they want to make money, is why they don't give us the actual battling from the 3D or the 3DS. But overall, the game is decent.
Welcome.
This thing is super expensive. I think there's some sort of addiction to trying to get these. Another thing that I didn't like about this particular game is that for this particular, I guess the 2nd gen, they do have it locked under the whole paid things. So even if you have 3,000 gems or jewels or whatever they call it, you cannot use them for this particular sync pair scouting in this area. You do have to have 3,000 paid. So if I try to get them, it says, see, I don't have any paid ones. I have 1230 that were non-paid, which is that I just got naturally through playing the game. And that's one of the things I didn't like, just like the daily discount, that's you can only do it with paid, which even if you have jewels, that doesn't really matter, as long as you paid for them, you have to have them paid. And that's one of the things that I didn't like, but I did get kind of addicted to sync pair or searching for sync pairs, which is kind of like opening packs in Duel Links, which I guess it's decent. And I think the highest one I've gotten was a 4-star, and that was about, or 2 4-stars, and that was about, well, nah, I'm lying, because I did get the Pidgeot and 2 4-stars, but most of the time it's just a 3-star. And
I am Seabold at the
well, there's a new one that I don't have. So this one's a 4-star, so I did get lucky on this particular one. But anyways, let me go ahead and just spend all those jewels that I have. since they're really, you can't do anything else with them other than the Sync Pair Scout, and you can't wait for the daily discount since it's only paid jewels, which, like I said, it's one of the things that I didn't like about this whole particular game, that you have to have paid jewels. You can't have the free jewels out of the game, or the jewels that the game gives you. The ones that are paid, then the ones that you don't pay for are basically just for the 300 jewel things. And here's another level up, I guess, for the sync move to level 3. And if you want to see the, well, there's really no point showing you the, when I did open the 3000 when I got the Pidgeot, since I already showed you what I got. Return Surge with a Voltorb. And that's another thing, you do get a ton of duplicates, even though, check out those raids. For Blue Pidgeot, it's 2% raid to pull it. Totodile 1%, Trico 1%, the Dusclops 1%, Lycanroc 1%, Houndoom 1%, Lapras 1%. All these, I think most of the good ones are 1%, and I think that's just crazy how they did that. Just look at all this, just everything's 1% full raid. And then we get to level 3 and it starts to go up. So most of the time you're going to be getting those 3 stars, which you don't really want. You always want those 4 stars or 5 stars, but it is what it is. Overall, I guess they do gotta make money, and that's one of the ways that they make money is by getting you to waste all these jewels to get more players. I don't like that they don't give you an option to capture new Pokemon. Once you complete like a certain badge, then they'll give you one of the gym. You'll get the gym leader. That's the next Pokemon that you need for the next stage. And again, I really don't like how they did that.
Thanks.
But anyway, overall, if you have the money, if you have the time, go ahead and play this game. It's fun. It's addictive, and you always want to keep going up in stages. They don't have a versus mode yet. I don't know if they're gonna add a versus mode yet. I'm currently at stage 9. I'm not sure what all you can do, but there is a co-op mode. You do have to have friends to go ahead and try it. I haven't had a chance to try it out yet, and I'm guessing if you do have several friends that you play around with, then the missions will be a little bit easier, since you can have 3 level 3 Saunas for the flying types, or 3 level 30 Onyxes for the rock types, and things like that. So I'm guessing if you have friends, it'll be much easier. I just did it straight up by myself. I was grinding since yesterday and today, because I did want to try it. And overall, it's a decent game. It's not like one of the 3DS games or anything close to that. I guess it is what it is. I would say overall, play it if you have the money and time for it. If not, just don't bother with it. I personally, if I didn't have the time or the money, I wouldn't bother with it. I would just go out, buy a 3DS, and just get one of the new games from that. Everything here is super crazy expensive, and I really don't like that. The jewels themselves, to purchase jewels, $21 for 3,200. That's 10 sync pairs. $34.99 for 5,200. Another $23.99 for another 3,200, which that is a crazy huge amount. For the if you spend 34 and 23, that's already a 3DS game. So I would just highly suggest go ahead and pick up a 3DS and pick up one of the games from there. I think that's really what I would do if I wanted to. I'm not a huge Pokemon fan. I've played the first couple of games, and that's about it. There's a lot of advertising for Pokemon Master, and that's why I decided to go ahead and give it a try and see if it was worth it. Overall, you can't really battle against other people, so I don't think it's really worth it yet. I don't know if there's going to be an addition or an upgrade, after a while, or after you reach the stage 10 or anything, to see if you'd be able to battle against other people. And if you do battle against other people, it's still going to become a basically who has the more money to go ahead and purchase sync pairs, because the really broken Pokemon are behind a basically a paywall that you do have to pay to obtain them. So I don't think it's even fair. Just go ahead and pick up one of the Nintendo 3DS, like I said, or go ahead and pick out the Switch game if you have a Switch. For this one, I mean, you can skip it. There's really no point in getting it. You're better off just playing Pokemon Go. Most of it is free. When you're playing Pokemon Go, this is a decent game. Those are my final thoughts. Again, if you have any questions, do leave them in the comment section below. If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and leave a like. And if you do enjoy this content, do subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.